Hello, friends. In this video, we're going to talk about female manipulation. This is the very tool that allows a woman to put a man in a weak position, bend him to her will, lose interest in him, and eventually leave. You need to be prepared for this. What do all manipulations have in common? They revolve around feelings of guilt and creating a sense of inferiority. So, what do I mean by that? For example, let's take provoking anger. That is, a situation where you're sorting things out with a woman, which, by the way, you shouldn't do at all. And during the argument, during the conflict, the woman adds fuel to the fire. The man loses his temper, insults her, maybe even hits her, and she gets offended. That's it. After that, the man will try to make up with her, he'll follow after her. This situation will be a losing one, and the balance of significance will shift. Let's take another situation, a provocation for pity. Well, the most typical example. During a conflict, the woman starts to cry. Again, the man feels pity, a sense of guilt, and he goes to make up with her. This situation will also be a losing one. This can be a direct imposition of guilt. For example, when a woman tries to plant the idea that something is wrong with the man. Unfortunately, this works like a charm. If we talk about creating an inferiority complex, this is exactly the situation when a woman might use her friend's boyfriend or husband as an example. What he did for her, how he behaves, and so on. She might do this in a veiled way, like saying, Dima gave Masha this and that. Of course, this is directed at you. Sometimes the situation can be even more blatant. For example, when she brings up her past relationships as examples, she talks about what men did for her, how they acted, and so on, and you start to feel like there's something wrong with you. If we take some typical everyday situation, how can a woman create this sense of guilt in a man out of nowhere? For example, it's only been a month or two of the relationship. Let's say the man is taking a strong position, but this woman is a manipulator. There is a lack of attention. In other words, the woman feels she's not getting enough. Fine. But the man cancels a date. Well, he couldn't make it or he didn't want to. It's not that important. A suitable girl for a relationship will keep trying to adapt, to get attention, to be liked. This demo version will work, but a manipulative woman won't. And this is where she'll start to cause a scene, to stir up trouble. That is, she might immediately start being negative, or she might start playing games. In other words,